Hello, FleetReadyFam. Welcome to FleetReadyGaming. My name is Savad, and today we're doing our final episode of Patch Note Watchout as we catch up on the rest of this week's updates and fixes that have been going on. And this one today has been an interesting one from just a quick glance. Today is February 24th, 2023, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so from the top here, we have a little extra statement for known issues. Known issues. We are continuing to monitor transit-related issues with landing zone elevators and trams. This build may have reintroduced another issue from a couple builds ago with transit after we put a fix in for players falling through trams. Okay. Well, hopefully, that's not as big of an issue as I don't know. I mean, falling through trams is definitely a pretty big issue, especially if you're fully falling through the planet or just landing on the ground. So it could be pretty bad. Moving on. Multi-vehicle stand-in vehicles animation. No animation for entering pilot seat. Player will snap into the seat. That's a new one. Have not yet encountered that one yet, but we'll have to check that out later. Constellation multivariant. The snub fighter lacks interaction prompts to enter it, making it unusable. Whilst Clem is still missing from the drug lab in Grim Hex. Looted ammo clips are still dropping off of players. Audio is missing for quantum travel. Scanning is not showing advanced statistic and details. Elevators and trams are jittery during transit for player characters. Some ship wreckages erroneously give no material text and do not let you salvage. Fully loaded C2s landed at Area 18 can result in slow frame rates and crashes. Vehicle IFCS when flying near another ship. Ship seems to hit an invisible box that kicks it in a random direction. High capacity cargo vessels when loaded can cause a severe performance drop both on client and server. If a player is placed into cluster after being rescued with a crime stat, the player is respawned in the facility still incapacitated. For the mission Breach and Steal, the target Reclaimer October Rising will disappear when you get very close to it, making the mission impossible. Selling some of the cargo while the vehicle is stored can cause the cargo to show at max inventory. Meanwhile, selling large amounts of cargo sold at once will cause the transaction to fail. The cargo will still be taken and no money will be granted. For law and criminality, stolen cargo does not behave as such and can be sold as legal cargo if the ship is with the cargo is stored. For ship cockpit actor animation, occasionally players will be unable to exit ship seats. For locations, transit elevators, players are falling through elevators. For multiple rest stops, the players are unable to call elevators from hangar interiors. And finally, multiple locations for ASOP terminals. When storing a ship, the ASOP terminal will set the ship status to claim instead of retrieve. So we had one new bug into this patch fix with all the rest still being the same. Let's go ahead and move on to bug fixes. This one we have quite a few more fixes compared to yesterday's patch. Fixed multi-vehicle ASOP location docking pad. After docking or spawning at a docking pad, airlock doors won't open. That's not good. Glad they got that fixed. Fixed RSI Constellation Series Insurance UI kiosks. All RSA Constellation variants with snub docking do not appear on the ASOP terminal. Glad to see that's been fixed because the Connie is a good ship. And if you couldn't spawn it just because it had the snub capability, that no fun. Fixed insurance UI ASOP. Purchase ships are not recognized after making insurance claim. Glad that's been fixed. Fixed VMA UI services. Vehicle will display that its systems, paints, and weaponry are as empty when selected via the VMA. Definitely good, especially if you want to do any sort of updating or upgrading of your components and weapons. So definitely an important one to get fixed. Fixed consolidated outlined Nomad all variants. Are there other variants of the Nomad? I don't think there is. Is that a spoiler? Did CIG just give us a spoiler that there's a new Nomad variant? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, because I'm fairly certain there's only one. Stanton vehicle missiles, Nomad missiles not swappable. So glad to see that you can swap out your missiles now. And finally, fixed homicide charge on suicide after ship soft death. That's interesting. So players would get homicide charges if they committed suicide for themselves, or if the person soft deathed the ship and then they committed suicide, they would get set up with a crime stat. That's interesting. Glad to see it's been fixed though, because I could see how that could be abused, especially for larger parties. And for the technical fixes, we had 2 client crashes fixed as well as a server crash. So overall, of some decent bugs that were fixed, for today. And but we still have that big block of issues still going on. It's unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to take them another week or two to get this fixed. So I had been hoping and predicting that they would be able to get this out to live by the end of the month, but my kind of new predictions based on just these issues here alone is we're probably not going to see 3.18 get to live until the second week of March, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that they can squeeze out all these fixes in the next week? We have had it to where they have done hot fixes and some patches over the weekend, so maybe they'll put in the extra work, because time is moving on, and we got 3.19 coming down the pipeline. So, but yeah, let me know what you think. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out the video here. Want to let you guys know we have a giveaway contest going on right now. You can find more information in the top right corner. Pretty much all you have to do though is like our video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment followed by the hashtag FleetReadyGift, and it will enter you into our contest to win our prize. Check out that video in the top right corner to find more information about the prize and further details. Also, if you feel like we've earned it, consider liking the video. It does help us. It really does spread our channel. It lets people know we're here making content for y'all. And with that being said, I think we're going to end the video here. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.